guys, and welcome on back to the channel. In today's video we are going to be unboxing this bad boy here. This is a parcel from cosmeticcapital.com.au. So cosmeticcapital.com.au has got a whole bunch of different cosmetics from different brands at very reasonable prices. A lot of things on sale and a lot of things a lot cheaper than what you can buy them for in store, and a lot of items that is hard to find in store. So yes, I have already opened it just to make it easier in the video. If you like this kind of stuff, give this video a thumbs up, click the subscribe button down below, and let's jump right on in to this video. Alrighty, so let's open it up, and we've got some paper that we don't need, so let's check that out. And I've got a few things all wrapped up in bubble wrap here, but the first thing that I'm going to pull out here is this Wet n Wild crease blending brush. I can get Wet n Wild things from my local Target, but they're usually very low in stock. So, and I do like their brushes, so I did order this crease blending brush. I love how they give them actual names and for what they're used for, and I just use them for whatever I like. So it's very pretty. It's got, let me just move the box out of the road here. It has got pink tipped bristles, and it just says Wet n Wild on there. Nice and soft, exactly the kind of brush I like using for my eyeshadows. Okay. So in the box there are these two wrapped up little parcels here. So I'm thinking we will open the little parcel first, and then we will move on to this one. So the first thing I've got here is it's called Collection Gorgeous Glow Jelly Highlighter, and the brand is literally called Collection. I've never heard of this brand before. It is developed in the UK and made in China. The brand is literally called Collection. You can go to collectioncosmetics.com.au to purchase this. And this is a jelly highlighter in the shade Royalty 1. And it says that it's a bouncy highlighter for face and body. So you can use this on your face or your body as you like. Oh, and it comes with a foiled seal, so that's good to know that it's going to be nice and fresh. Again, more things I can't open. Whoa, I'm not going to open it more than that, but look at that. Oh yeah, it is exactly like a moussey jelly. I don't know if you can see that. It's a moussey jelly consistency, and it's very shiny, very nice. Let's give that a swatch. Okay, yes, it's very wet, but it is very pretty. I've used way too much. I do like that. It's a very wet formula. It's not thick at all, so but it's nice and smooth, and it just glides on beautifully. Look at that. It feels like a duochrome, but I don't think it is. It's fine glitter. It's not like, it is fine glitter. That's not really a shimmer. It's more of a fine glitter. It is drying down quite well as I go. I'm hoping that it means that it will dry down almost to a powder finish, but look how shiny that is. I'm going to leave the foil on there because there's a ton of it stuck on the foil. I really think that is super cute. Okay. Yeah, that's drying down quite well, and it's not coming off too much on my hands, which is nice. Let me just get a wipe for I'm not getting it on everything else. In case anyone's wondering what wipes I'm using the Nivea biodegradable cleansing wipes for dry and sensitive skin. Currently I can't use these on my face, even though it says for sensitive skin, but my face has been ultra sensitive at the moment, so I can't use that. I really am obsessed with that shimmer. Okay, let me have a look, see what else I managed to pick up. There's a couple of things in a set, and then there's, okay, so this one here is just a single shadow from Revolution Makeup. It is in the shade Frozen, and it is a mono eyeshadow. So, and it's just this lovely, cool, silvery, metallic shade. I've got the shakes for some reason. Oh, that's peeling the whole lot off. I don't like that. Okay. This is what it looks like. It's pretty. Let's swatch this baby. Ooh, that is some good color payout right there. It's not too in your face. It's just a nice subtle shimmer silver, very, very fine shimmer. And it actually matches with this jelly highlighter. This jelly highlighter is dried all the way down now. If I rub on it, it's not coming off. So that's pretty good. But that is really pretty. It's buildable, but it's also, you can have it subtle or you can have that wow factor with it. So that's that one. I'm just going to clean off the back of my hand now because otherwise I'm going to run out of real estate for swatching. I might zoom you in a wee bit more actually. These can come back. Okay, that's better. Alright, the other single shade I got was from Almay. Now I've seen Almay around, I don't know much about it. This is the Almay Shadow Softies Eyeshadow. This is just a single and it is in the shade, doesn't say. Oh, here we, no. I literally cannot find a shade name. Fudge 120. I think I'm getting old. I actually can't read it. 120 Moss. There we go. 120 Moss. It's this lovely sort of olive greeny color. Let me see if I can get into it. As usual, struggling. These nails look good, but they're not practical in the slightest. Okay, gotcha. So I love this teardrop shape. I think it's really, really cute. And that's what it looks like inside. This is one of my favorite colors in the whole world in terms of anything. So I had to get this one. So let's give it a swatch. Ooh. Love that. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely, that is my color. Oh my word, greeny, goldy, olivey divineness. That is absolutely gorgeous. All right, next up I got these three from Collection. These are the Bounce Back Eye Colors. And I got them in the shade Precious Metal 4, Hello Angel 1, and Teal Teaser 5. So there are heaps and heaps of shades, but these ones really drew my eye because they're all quite cool toned, and I've got a lot of warm toned palettes, and I wanted to give this brand a real good try because they weren't actually quite cheap, which is pretty good. I can't remember the prices off the top of my head, unfortunately. But this one is the Precious Metals 4, and it's like a gunmetal grey with a shimmer. Oh my goodness. It's a cream formula, and the payout on that is just, that is really, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, shut up. Shut the front door. That is, these two together. Okay, the next shade I've got here from the Collection Bounce Back range is Teal Teaser number 5. And I do like a good blue. This is a really nice, I'd say like a royal blue. I'm really struggling with light at the moment. I'm sorry if the light is bad, but let's go ahead and swatch. Again, that beautiful cream formula just picks up so easily. Oh my gosh. Stop it. Seriously, stop it. That is gorgeous. All right, let's have a look at the last one. I'm hoping the last one is just as stunning. I bet it is. This formula on my hand anyway is really lovely. This is Bounce Back in the shade Hello Angel 1. And these are actually quite big single shades. So I'm loving these. Let's have a look at this one. It's a nice cool toned, like a, it's not peach, it's like a champagne. It's a champagne-y color. Again, same as the others, very creamy, very easy to pick up. Yes, this one's a lot more subtle, but in its subtleness, I reckon, is the beauty of it. Look at that. Those 3 shades that I picked, I think I picked them fairly well. I think they are going to work so, so well together, those 3 shades. They are just to die for gorgeous. We're going to open up the big package now. I've got 2 of these Collection Eyes Uncovered palettes. So this is the same brand as this and this. I really wanted to give these a go. I'd never seen them before. They're obviously a UK brand. So let's start off with this one right here. This one is a fairly cool toned palette. It is called Elemental. So we open them out. If in doubt, blend it out is what it says. There's no mirror. It's just a plastic palette, like plastic window in cardboard, but that doesn't bother me that much. And we've got these 8 gorgeous shades. We've got this shade here called Arid. We've got Coast, Valley, Earth, Summit, Stone, Ripple, and Eclipse. And Eclipse looks like a lovely dark matte black. Summit's like a really dark brown, and then you've got your greys. I'm loving the greys at the moment with the pops of brown. So let's go ahead and we'll swatch it on my arm. We'll start up this end. So this one, ooh, payout is good. Same as those other, same as these. The color payout seems to be very good. Ooh. You can't see it on camera. That one is Arid. Let's see if we can build it up a bit. It is so pretty. It's subtle, but it's pretty. So that's a shimmer. And then we've got Coast, which is a matte. I'm interested to see if the mattes are a similar creamy formula. Okay, they're a creamy formula, but they're not as creamy as the shimmers. And to be honest, the color payout on that is not great, and it's kind of patchy. And I'm struggling to actually get any up on my finger here. So obviously their shimmers are great, but their mattes so far, I've only done the one, is not my favorite. But let's keep going. Let's go and do Valley. Valley is the lightest shade in this one. And it's very light. It's very super subtle. Like I'm trying to build that up. And again, that matte is just not picking up very well. It's really hard to see that matte shade in there. That's a little bit disappointing because the shimmers are amazing. Let's look at Stone, which is the next matte shade. Okay, Stone is not too bad, but it blends away pretty quickly. Okay, so these two I'm not very happy about, but that one is not too bad. Let's have a look at these other 2 shimmers. This is Earth. Oh, okay, so that's a lot browner than I thought it would be, but it's like, okay, it looks a lot grayer in the pan, but on the skin, it's quite a brown, very slight shimmer. It's not super shimmery like this one here. Let's do Ripple. Aha, okay, here we go. Their shimmer shades are very good. Ripple is a lot more blue. It's more of a blue-grey. It's a very cool tone palette, which is nice. I've been looking for a good cool tone palette. I quite like that nice subtle one. And then we've got the last 2 mattes here. We've got Summit. Let's see if it's any better than the others. Oh yeah, see, I don't think these mattes kind of wreck it. That's really hard to blend. It's like a grey browny colour. I like the colour, but that blendability is not fabulous. Alright, let's check this last one. I was really excited to see this black one called Eclipse, but I'm thinking it's a matte and it's not going to be... Well, that's disappointing. Okay, that is the darkest shade in the palette, and it is it's very blendable, but it's going to blend away to nothing. That's actually very underwhelming for the mattes. I think their shimmers they've got right, but their mattes, yeah. I'm glad I only got 2 palettes. I don't think I would bother getting mattes from this collection brand again. The other palette that I got from that collection was this one here called Rock On. So this is the Rock On palette. This has got far more shimmer shades in it. In fact, the only shades in this that are not shimmer shades is Midnight and Cardinal. Ruby Ruby, Royal, Fancy, Sculpt, Luster and Carrot are all shimmers. So I have got high hopes for these ones. So let me just wipe my arm off and then we will swatch these ones. Now, the mattes in the last palette were really disappointing. So I'm not holding out high hopes for these 2 mattes here, but I know that the shimmers so far have been pretty good. So let's give it a crack. We're going to go in with Midnight. See, already that payoff is a lot better, and it's not actually it's like a black with a green undertone to it. I don't think you can see that on camera, but it's kind of got a green undertone. Let's give it a go. See, now that's way better. Why couldn't it have been like that in the other one? That is a really good black. Ugh, disappointing. All right, let's try the white. Oh, I see. The white was creamy. Oh no, so was the black. Okay, let's try this white one. I have a bad feeling about the white one. Yeah, the white one is a bit of a nothing. It's barely there. The white is very barely there. And building it is doing not much. So the black, yes. The white, not so much. You could probably use the white for blending things to make it, I don't know, look somewhat better. Let's go, we'll go along the top and then we'll do the bottom. So let's have a look at Ruby Ruby. That's very pretty. Yeah. Okay, yes, the shimmers. The payout on the colour on the shimmers is stunning. Like that is gorgeous. Why are the mattes not like this? Okay, this one is Sculpt. Again, seriously, this is a warm palette. The other one was a cool shade palette. That's like a bronzy orangey sort of gold, like a coppery sort of colour. So far those colours are really fun and they're working. I think they go quite well. All right, we'll go into Royal. It's hard to get my finger with my nails into these little tiny palettes. Okay, Royal is a wee bit more matte than some of the others, but it's still got that shimmer in there. That's quite nice. Okay, let's do Luster. I'm making a fine mess of the actual palette itself. Okay, Luster is nice too. It's very shimmery. It's not duochrome, but it's just that nice topper shimmer that you want. I suppose you can build it to be a shade all on its own, but that would make a great topper actually. Fancy. I do love a pop of green. Ooh, pretty. Okay, yes, yes. That is stunning. Look at that. Yeah. I'm just struggling to get my arm in the right light here to show the shimmer. All right, last but not least, we've got the shade Carrot, as in gold carrot. And again, this one's like the silver one. It's more of a topper. You can build on it if you want to. But these two colors here will be perfect come Olympics and any other sporting events that require the green and the gold. Look at that. Okay, the next one I got out of there was the MCoBeauty eyeshadow palette called Trend Collection. I already have the Peachy Nudes palette, which looks like this. And I actually really liked it, which is why I went ahead and ordered this one. I've not actually seen this one in store yet. It either keeps being sold out or my local Woolies is just not stocking it, and I really wanted it. So let's go ahead and open her up. Here she is. This one has got a lot more bright colors to it. Like I said, this one's called Trend Collection. And again, it's got lots of shimmers. This one actually only has one proper matte in the middle here. I find that these have a good color payoff as well, so he's hoping that this is the same for this palette. Let us go ahead and swatch this one here. So we'll start with this one. None of these have shade names at all. And they're a nice creamy formula. That is really pretty sparkly fuchsia sort of color. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I like that. Alrighty, this one here. Oh wow. Oh wow. I was going to say shut up and take my money, but they already did. That is gorgeous. There's this one. Wow, that is some really good color payoff. For $16, and I think I got this one on special at Capital Cosmetics, but at Woolies they're normally $16, but it's so hard to show you this. There we go. These two together. Oh my gosh. They are stunning. I love this pop of blue. I don't know what it is about this tealy blue color, but it always draws my eye. Is this a pressed glitter? Maybe I'm wrong. No, it's not a pressed glitter. It's also a shimmer, and it's stunning. Oh wow. And these dried down really well too, actually. That is, oh my goodness. For a cheap palette from Woolworths, so far, I am super impressed. All right, let's try this matte. Again, look at that. They've got the mattes right in this one. That is just stunning. This one here is probably I'd say almost the darkest in the palette. This one and this one are your two dark ones. This one again is another shimmer shade. The shimmer shades in these are so creamy and smooth, and they glide on just beautifully. All right, let's look at this one. This one I thought was a pressed glitter, but I'm now thinking that it's not. Okay, no, it's not a pressed glitter. I was wrong. But that again, look at the shine on that. Oh, shut the front door. That is gorgeous. All right, let's go into this purple one here. I'm not normally a purple person, and I'm actually wearing purple on my eyes today, so I don't own a single piece of purple clothing, but you know, that might need to change. Okay, so this is like a matte with a very slight shimmer to it, where the pink is a straight matte. This has got a little bit of shine to it, as you can see there. Not as much as their shimmers, but a little bit of shine. This angle here is not helping with the thing. I've got to sort of bend my arm up, and I'm getting a sore shoulder. I'm going to have to figure out a better way of doing live swatches, because this is killing my arm, killing my shoulder. This is the last one in the palette. It looks like this. And again, just gorgeous. Oh, wow. Yeah, this one's a shimmer as well. Definitely a shimmer. And I have to say, MCoBeauty, you have got that palette right. Like, That is just sublime. Alright, I got 2 Makeup Revolution palettes in this order as well. And I've got one more after that to go, but I thought I'd do these ones first. So this one is called the Pretty Creative palette. And I think it's an older palette. I feel like these are older. I have not seen them in store, but I think they're really cool. And they were really cheap, if I remember correctly. They were like crazy cheap. There was actually no receipt in my box of stuff. Why? Why can't I open it? Duh! It's sticky taped shut, you idiot. Okay, so this is what it looks like. There's no mirror in these ones. They've just got the plastic clear cover, but they do have shade names. So we've got Created to Create, Inspire, Imaginative, Artistic, Daydreamer, Inventive, Innovate, Ambitious, Transcend, Aesthetic, and Break the Rules. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mattes, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 shimmer shades in this one. So let's have a go and move some of this out of the way. We'll do some swatching. So starting off with Created to Create. Wow. Wow. Okay, yep. That is stunning. Stunning. Here's the first matte, Inspire. I find that Revolution makeup mattes always pop really nicely. This is Imaginative. I don't know what it is about these blue colours, but they just make my world go round. I think that's the colour of my soul. Look how shiny that is. Woo, even just those colours in a look together would be stunning. Okay, this is the darkest, almost the darkest shade in this palette. It's a really nice deep colour. This is called Artistic. I quite like that one. It's a much more subtle shimmer than the Imaginative. Okay, Daydreamer is the darkest shade in the palette here, and again it's like a gold-based gunmetal grey. And again, it's only got a very slight shimmer to it, but it's just enough. This is the pop of pink in the middle, or magenta. It's called Inventive. This is a matte. Very pretty. It does blend away quite quickly, but it looks to be quite buildable. So even though that looks like a matte, it's actually got a bit of a shimmer to it. So I'm going to say it's one of those in between a shimmer and a matte one, which I quite like those. This mustardy yellow ochre one down here is called Innovate, and this looks to be a true matte. It's quite pretty. Okay, yeah, it's definitely an ochre colour, which I quite like. It's like a cooler orange, and it's definitely a matte. There's no shimmer in that one. This is the darkest matte, and this is called Ambitious. I feel like this one has the tendency, could have the tendency to be a bit patchy, so you'd have to be careful with that one, but that again is a true matte. I love this dark coral colour called Transcend. Again, this one is a true matte. And again, I feel like this one could be quite patchy, but I feel like it would really complement the blue and this coral colour here. Alrighty, this one here looks to be like a shimmery matte as well, like an in-betweener. This is called Aesthetic, and yeah, it's got a little bit of shimmer in it. This one is definitely I'd say a topper. It's very, very pale, but it has got glitter, and it's hard to see. Let me see if I can zoom in. It has got glitter chunks in there. Yeah, okay, and the last one is this one called Break the Rules, and it looks matte Okay, so it's again another one of those in-between matte shimmers, and it's actually got a bit of glitter in it. Like not as fine as the other one, and it's quite pale again too. It's actually really hard to see on the camera. Let me zoom you in again. Don't know if you can, it's actually really hard to see that. But that would be really pretty as a topper colour on your lid. The other Revolution makeup one I got was this one called Love the Revolution, and I love the big love heart in the middle. I thought that was super cute. And this is it's an eyeshadow palette and a highlighter palette. So obviously the heart in the middle is a highlighter, and the rest are shadows. So this is your highlight shade in the middle, and it's got your mattes on this side, and it's got your shimmers on this side. This is one of those shimmer, but sort of matte ones as well. So let me just wipe my arm off, and then we will go ahead and we will swatch this one. Okay, thankfully there's only this palette and one more to go, because my arm is getting, with all the swatching and the cleaning off, my arm's getting a little bit on the tender side. But let's go in here. None of these have shade names that I can see. So this must, I don't know how old these palettes are. If you know how old these palettes are, like when they were released, please let me know in the comments down below. Again, I don't care how old they are, like in terms of how long ago the release was. If I don't have it and I love it, I'm going to purchase it regardless. I'm going to start off with the highlight shade here. I am loath to wreck it. It's so pretty. But it's nice and creamy, and it's a very cool highlight. I would even use that on my lid. I'd use it as an eyeshadow as well. It's actually really nice. That's actually really pretty and subtle. I like that. I actually really like that. It's got like a pink tone to it almost. I wouldn't say it's duochrome, but it is pretty. All right, let's go into the mattes. This is like a taupe color. Looks like this. And that has got some good color payoff. That's a nice cool color there. I've actually managed to find myself purchasing quite a few cool tone palettes, when normally I'm drawn to the warmer tone palettes, which is interesting. But you know what? It pays to have all sorts in your collection. There's this one. I don't even know, this is like a rusty reddy color. And that's really pretty. Yes, I can see some amazing eye looks coming our way with this. That one actually is not a true matte. It's got a little bit of a shimmer to it too. I don't know if you can see that on camera, which is fine by me. I love a bit of shimmer. I can't bring myself to pull off the no shimmer look. This is the lightest shade other than obviously this one in here. And again, this one has got a slight shimmer. And they blend really well. I'm a little bit worried that this one is just going to blend itself away. But that is a shimmer. I thought it was a matte, but it's not. It's a very fine shimmer. It's quite pretty. Definitely can see those three in an eyeshadow look. My swatching fingers are a little bit crazy now. All right, this is the deepest shade in the palette, and it is got it's like a brown, dark brown with a copper undertone, and it's got like a copper shimmer to it. It's really hard to show the shimmers in this light. I need new bulbs. My bulbs are too yellow, and we've lost the remote, so I can't change the color of the bulbs, which is really annoying. This is like a coppery shimmer, and that's, ooh, I really like this palette. It's quite a neutral palette, obviously, and I don't mind a bit of neutral, but this one is really pretty. This is a more pinky, cool pinky shimmer, and it's more subtle than the last two, but that is really pretty. Oh, I really do like Makeup Revolution shadows. I just don't know what it is about them. I know a lot of people poo-poo them, but to be honest, every Makeup Revolution palette that I own has been amazing. I have not hit a dud one yet. One last palette, and I've never heard of this brand before, but it is, well, actually I lie. I have heard of it. It's JCat. We don't get JCat in Australia, and I've heard of other YouTubers in the US talking about JCat, and this is the Dia y Noche, Day and Night palette. So this is what it looks like. There's no mirror in any of these, which is fine. I don't need the mirror. I've got mirrors coming out the wazoo here. I don't need more. So we've got our row of mattes along the top. These look like pressed glitters, and these look like shimmer shades down the bottom. And I just think it's a nice variety of colors. Again, it looks like a cool tone palette to me. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, there's some warmer tones, but even this burgundy looks a bit of a cool color to me. And this teal looks cooler as well. So I've gone all out in the cool toned. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, it could just be me, but I feel like this is a cool tone palette. So let me wipe this off my arm and we will come back and swatch this one. All right, what I might do is I'll swatch a matte, a glitter and a shimmer and see how I feel about them. Talk to you about how I feel about them, and then I think I will just go ahead and swatch the rest and speed it up for you, because I couldn't be bothered trying to talk through the names of these because they're only on the box. They're not on the palette at all. Oh no, I lied. It is on the palette. But regardless, I'm not going to do that. And I think this video has been long enough. So let's jump right in. This one is a lovely green matte, one of my favorite color greens. Again, these pans are really small and it's hard to pick things up on my finger, and I think I'm just a little bit special. So, okay, that is really pretty. That's a really nice green. It's very blendable. It looks like it's very buildable as well. So far, so good. And that green literally is the perfect green. This one I think is a pressed glitter. Maybe, or maybe it's just a shimmer. Maybe there's just lots of shimmers. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Oh wow, it's like a baby pink shimmer. Okay, I see now. So you've got a true matte, you've got a true shimmer, and then you've got one of the mixes. So it's like a matte and a shimmer in one. I get it now. So no pressed glitters that I can see. Okay, so I'm going to speed it along now, and I will swatch them all and I'll give you my thoughts at the end of the swatching. Okay, there is the final swatch. My thoughts are I'm a little bit confused about the whole tri-element eyeshadow thing, because things that I thought were like a matte shimmer are a straight shimmer, and it's confusing. But I have to say, this color here, actually, you know what, all of them are stunning. I don't know, I just feel like you could do so many looks with this. There's enough mattes here in enough different shade ranges, from medium, light, medium, dark. Same with the shimmers. I feel like there's enough different shades in terms of light, medium, dark that you could do so much with this palette. I really like this one, and I think I might need to purchase the other Dia y Noche ones as well from JCat. Actually, this one just says Dia. So maybe this is the daytime one, and then the other one is called Noche, which is the nighttime palette. I'm so confused. Yeah, this one just says the Dia palette. So this is the day palette, and I need to purchase Noche, which is the nighttime palette. So I think that will definitely be going on my next order. So there you have it, guys. That was what was in my parcel from Cosmetics Capital. Lots of eyeshadows, pretty much all eyeshadows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6 eyeshadow palettes and a jelly highlighter, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 individual eyeshadows in there, all different brands that are new to me except for the MCo Cosmetics and the Makeup Revolution. All the other brands are new to me, and so far I'm very impressed, except for the mattes on these ones. I don't know, am I just doing it wrong? Am I a little bit special that I can't figure that out? I don't know. So if you do have these and you've got the mattes working nicely, please let me know how you do it, because the mattes in the collection brand are actually quite disappointing, but the shimmers are perfect. So I don't know. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button down below, as well as the bell next to it, so you get notified for when new videos pop up. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.